noticed other live shows.
Mic check, mic check.
Out that they need an intro, so they start the live show, but they're not sure that they're on in the first 10 seconds, or then it's like sitting around awkwardly, like.
Yeah, that's the intro I want. I think it's very forward.
Hey,
Hello.
it's Tony and Chelsea live.
It's Chelsea
Thursday.
and Tony live. It's Thursday.
5:00.
It's 5:00, and today we're going to be reviewing your reflection photos. It could be interpreted in many ways. That's up to you.
This episode is brought to you by
Us.
Our book.
Me, specifically. This is our book. Get it. At stp.io/store.
That's our store, or you can go to sdp.io/s. That'll take you to your local country's Amazon store. You should also check out our Lightroom Photoshop books and the photography buying guide, which is
The buying guide
all your gear questions.
is my favorite
Saves
because
you
I can
thousands.
answer so many questions just by suggesting it.
Yes, every
What
day we
lens should I get for weddings?
like a dozen questions that are definitely answered in that book.
Buying guide. I need a song to like soften the blow of just suggesting a book. Have you tried the buying guide, baby? It's gonna be like an 80s love ballad.
But before you ask, Chelsea's not having alcohol. She's had a lot of like Pepto today and tea, but no alcohol. So this is just unfiltered Chelsea. You can also get a shirt at sdp.io/shirt. Look how cool Justin looks in a shirt.
Damn,
Don't you want to be
Justin.
cool
Are you
like
wearing that
Justin?
shirt right now, Justin?
I am, yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't introduce Justin. Say hi to Justin.
I'm here. I got my Stay Focused shirt.
Dang,
Good
those shirts are less than $20.
Yeah.
Dang,
So,
whoa.
and you ship worldwide.
Whoa, damn. How am I so great?
Also say hi to Siobhan out in Philly. How you doing, Siobhan?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Siobhan will send your questions over to us. So during the live show, you can just write a comment and ask us a question, say something funny, and she'll...
Say something hilarious or make a money comment or just give a shout out to your mom. We don't discriminate. Just do it. Right, Siobhan?
That's right.
Thank
I really want your mom shout outs.
So today is not rain and fog, it's reflections, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not rain and fog. We're looking for reflection
fall
photos.
apart around here when I'm sick. Mainly we just miss one slide in our live show.
So it's reflections. Oh, right, we couldn't find a good picture for reflections, and all I found was this super cringy picture of a rose reflected in a puddle that I took like 10 years ago, and I had given it 5 stars, and I was really embarrassed by
Actually,
it.
that was my photo, and I still think it's the bomb.
That was
The
your
rose is
photo.
like, who am I? Why am I? It's very
I posted
deep.
that on Twitter making fun of it, but people like took it to the next level. They made fun of me back, and people like gave it a Dutch tilt, and they made it spot color and sent it back to me.
I do like when people troll us in a funny way.
Get ready for next week. We're looking at your food photos. So
Oh, yeah.
if you have done food photography, you can send it in. If not, it's a good chance to take the time to try to take a great food photo, because it is really hard to take great food photos. It is a skill. So give it a shot, and we'll take a look and critique your stuff next week. While people send their pictures in at sdp.io/submit, cover the latest photo news. The Nikon D850 was finally announced, and I think this is going to be Chelsea's
I do
favorite
too.
camera of all time.
I think this will be my everyday camera.
We did a video today on it, and I had to show the D850 or the D810, and I was like, oh, where is the D810? Because it's not in the closet. And I'm like, oh,
Right next to my desk.
of course it's on Chelsea's desk, right with the D500, because those are just your 2 favorite cameras. I love the way the Nikons work, just the way they feel.
I like the ergonomics,
Yeah.
and I think they're very intuitive, and also their dynamic range is awesome.
Yeah, so this promises to give you like all the image quality plus up to 9 frames a second and more megapixels. It seems just spectacular. Like they seem to have left Canon behind. We're excited. I also got in just Peak Design. They've always made good gear, but it's always has looked a lot like seatbelts and stuff.
Yeah, they went a little prettier with it.
So I saw they made some straps that look less seatbelty, and so I wanted to try them out because we frequently have new cameras in, and
Oh, you have it right there?
yeah, putting new straps on is
like
always
this
such a pain. I like that
Compliment.
strap too, and I'm not going to use seatbelt straps
No, I don't do that.
because I know 90% of our audience would happily wear,
Oh, Tony.
sorry, some cotton carrier gear, the stuff that I called the Virginity Defender.
Well,
But me, I don't know. I like the strap to look a little bit nice.
Yeah, you want something that matches your golf shirt.
I can't even. They're good at design, but their packaging is a challenge when you're doing a live show.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Live unboxing of the Peak Design. This is not sponsored or anything.
I like
bought
mine
this with my
better.
own money. Yeah.
Mine is made from Peruvian alpaca and Argentinian cowhide. And it's so timeless and comfortable and just simple and beautiful.
Yeah, but you know what I like about the Peak Design is put
That's
that
mine.
one on or take it off a camera, you have to do this whole like strappy loopy thing, which
can
is fine.
handle
If
it.
you have one camera
Very
and you use it
smart.
for 3 years, you put the strap on once, no problem. But we're constantly switching cameras, so I wanted something when a new camera comes in, I can just put it on real quickly. And Peak Design has this little system where you can just do this and slap it on or take it off or switch it between cameras. So I kind of wanted like one strap that
Let me
I could
see
use on a bunch of different cameras. It's less seatbelty than the
No.
other Peak Design stuff.
I don't like it. Mine's better. Mine's Cecilia, right?
Yeah, I love those Cecilia
Yeah, these
ones
are
too.
great.
Yeah, and that's why that one's on the D810 because we always use that camera. It's not something we use just for a review or whatever. Anyway, if you like it, you could buy it at those links.
Don't do it. Stupid. Get mine. It's better.
Let's take a look at some pictures.
Sorry to ruin your plug. I just feel like if you're going to come at me with a strap, it's got to be very good, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a plug. They're not like they didn't send it to us or anything. I just bought it. I'm just in trying it out. Reflections. Oh man, do you think we're gonna see some fake reflections today? I hate the fake
no.
reflections.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Man,
Oh, jeez.
I hate how Lightroom always sorts it alphabetically. It's not that easy to change it, people.
People, they get upset about that.
I know. I don't want it to be alphabetical.
Maybe name your children Aaron.
Okay, this is In Night brass band reflection. I like this because what the heck just happened?
Life.
Lightroom is killing me today. Come on, Lightroom.
Uh-oh, I
What?
saw
Do you see
spot
what's
color.
happening?
Okay, well, you can't edit.
But why is it changing to a different picture when I go to develop?
Right. Take a deep breath. We're going to get through this together.
Okay. This picture's got a reflection in it, and the reflection is the focal point, but his head is like some crazy alien thing, right? Like, look, looks like he's got two faces and he's going through some sort of space-time warp. He's got like a full 5 head there.
I'm a huge fan of that reflection.
Yeah, it's fun. It's freaking everybody out.
Best thing in life aren't things. What are you talking about? That's a window of a car, and it's full of skulls.
Yeah, oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. I had no idea what was going on in this picture. It's somebody's dashboard has a bunch of skulls on the front.
Yeah,
And then there's trees reflected in it.
terrifying. I want to meet that person. There's a person in our town with a lot of Beanie Babies. Have you seen that car?
Yeah,
I
like
would
the
think
Beanie
I'd
Baby
rather meet
car.
the skull person, to be honest. Because I feel like that was their retirement plan, the Beanie Babies. Then you're like, "Ugh, what am I going to do with them now? Free airbags."
Have you seen those people who put stuff on the outside of their car?
Yeah.
Like there was one in the Boston area where they put like little army men all over the outside of the car. Some
Yeah.
people will take like pennies and stick them on the outside of their car. Those people.
That's cool. I'm going to do that.
These kids are riding bikes and they're reflecting the fun. I think it's a cool shot. It's cool. It's a good eye.
The symmetry of the reflection is really nice, Richard. Yeah, I think that the reflection does make this photo. Is this real? There's something about this that looks miniature, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lightroom's being real strange on me today. There we are.
Oh, they changed the color of their clothes, I think, so that they're both wearing the same color.
Oh.
Maybe because see how the purples, I don't know.
Yeah, there's something that
Something strange, but I do like the
seems
photo.
fake about it.
Hello. This is very emotional.
Fit.
Oh, this reminds me of my rose picture. Look at that dirty lily pad. You clean that lily pad.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of constructively what we could suggest.
Well, the background here is like a dirty liner. This looks like a garden
Yeah.
pond with a dirty liner, so I'd get a better background, and then I really would clean the lily pad, just push it underwater. Looks, you know. But you did the reflection and the symmetry thing that's cool, so you did that. And I like that. A car, Tony. Car you impressed?
This is an RS7, which is a gorgeous car, but I'm not sure that those lines really convey. And I don't know that the reflection is adding too much. I guess overall the picture isn't saying too much to me.
It's interesting. That's a reflection.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. You saw something and you went for it. Hello.
I
Wow.
don't know why. Why would it? Lightroom,
I don't
man.
know. Life is hard.
Sorry, it's not supposed to switch pictures when you switch modules. I don't know why it's doing that. Catherine Arndt. I like this picture.
Oh, sorry.
I wish the light were a little more interesting. You know, sunrise, sunset, something like this might make it a little more interesting. If these reeds were backlit, they would glow,
Yeah.
and that would add a lot.
But then
I
you
like
probably
the
wouldn't see the
composition.
reflection.
Yeah, that could be.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, this is kind of an abstract thing, but I like it. I'm going to give this one a pick.
Yeah, I mean, you're really like pushing the theme, but
Yeah, what we haven't seen a lot of today is reflection being used in kind of like a clever or artistic way. Like we're seeing pictures that technically have a reflection, but then
the
at
reflection
the
is
same time,
not the focus of
yeah,
the
or there's not, you know, it's not being used in a powerful way. This picture seems a little out of focus, right? I think I'd want the focus to be
I think
on
they
those stained
focused
glass
on
windows.
the reflection,
Yeah.
but I do like it. And I would edit it, but I think y'all know what happens. Oh, these are everywhere in Hawaii. Let's bring down the exposure.
Yeah, it's just straight up overexposed.
Is that
My God.
that's not an option?
Maybe I need to reboot Lightroom.
Okay.
Maybe, or we
Do
can
that
just go
because
back
I
to this
can't live
mountain.
this way.
See, it was adjusting this picture.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
that's really bizarre.
Let's just
Want to just pick a spot and then move on with our
wait.
lives?
What's this? Okay. Got a picture of a
Ooh,
model here.
I like this reflection.
Yeah, I think this is well done. It's deliberate. It's nicely posed.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Good
there's
lighting.
some things we could do with the pose, like her legs are that got really tight. Her left leg is completely vertical, and I think it would look a lot nicer if she had that leg tilted a little bit. So little things about her pose could change, but overall, it looks like a really nice picture.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a reflection going on. I like that.
Could no, that's a legit reflection. I don't know. There's something about it.
Oh, he got artsy. Reflection of a dead tree. Hmm.
This needs just it is a beautiful reflection, and it's a great picture of this building. It needs that something. To get this particular reflection, you'd want to pick a time when this side of the building was lit, because if the sun was behind it, there wouldn't be any reflection, because of course the front of the subject has to be lit. But you might be able to pick a time earlier in the day, like sunrise or sunset. You could use something like Google Earth or Sunseeker on your phone to figure out when the sun was going to be low but not behind the trees, and just maybe get a light in there, or get some geese going through. This is gorgeous. Drones used creatively. You have this beautiful landscape reflecting this perfect sky. I give it a pick right away. I think
Yeah,
it's
I just
awesome. It's the
boosted-
best shot we've seen today.
I just boosted the contrast a little bit.
What a gorgeous landscape. Where could this be? Feels like it's maybe Labrador or someplace really cold, right?
I couldn't tell you, Tony, but I'm sure Steve
Steve
could.
Pohl could.
Oh, we have a picture kind of like this. I'm gonna put it in black and white. And then we're making the focus the lines.
I
I'm
like this, except that they have this thing that's right over the subject area.
yeah.
Whatever, some
It's a divider. It's like the velvet rope.
yeah. And that doesn't seem consistent with the mood or the theme.
Yeah,
It seems
because
to
it's
really be
actually
distracting.
obstructing them.
Yeah.
But I still like the idea.
Yeah, I like the idea a lot too. Oh, wait, I think we can see the photographer in there. There she is, Stormy.
But there's another photographer right here.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh my gosh. We've been duped. Okay.
And once again, we have a reflection here, but there's no focal point. So get some geese.
Yeah,
and put
even
them
a-
in there. And maybe it was a bit much with the, I don't know if it's the clarity, perhaps.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Oh, all right. So here we've used mirror as a key storytelling element. Okay. You get a pick. I like that you pieced all this together. You told a story. The message to it is deep and clear to us.
I like that. Siobhan, do you have any comments? Questions?
I have
Shout
a few
out-
questions.
Any shout outs to moms?
I think Troy was the only one who shouted out his mom.
Good job, Troy.
He also has the first question. I don't know if a valid question, but have you ever had a problem with in-camera video sync? I'm frazzled. He's shooting with the D3300.
No, I've never seen that. Have you ever seen anything like that, Justin?
I'm not sure I understand the question. In-camera video sync, like pertaining to audio, would you imagine?
Yeah, I think his audio must be out of sync in camera, and that shouldn't ever happen.
No, I've never just come across that.
I wouldn't be surprised if you might try playing it back in a different app. It might just be the app that's playing it back, because I've never seen anything like that.
What else, Siobhan?
My dog's borking.
Toby has a nice
Um,
picture of a dog here.
Yeah,
It's a cool
Aw,
picture.
pupper.
I like that picture.
Benjamin asks, my drone became a submarine, so I'm in the market for a new one. Thoughts on Non Dji Offerings?
Oh, we've been meaning to try one out.
Yeah, I do want to explore, because I don't want it to be a monopoly.
Yeah.
DJI makes good products, but I do need to explore some other manufacturers. So unfortunately, I can't recommend any right now, but we are talking to other manufacturers, so we should have some reviews at different price points coming up soon.
Okay.
But we're working on it.
Sounds fair.
Look at this beautiful picture from Vivian Van Leeuwen.
Ooh, I like it. It's spooky and beautiful.
Yeah, I give
Okay.
that one a pick.
Anything else, Siobhan?
Yeah, I think I have one more. No, I have a couple. Any key tips for capturing reflections in nature?
Well, if you get low, you can make a small reflective surface seem larger. So you could even just have a small puddle, and if you get low enough and fill the frame with it, then suddenly you don't see the edges of it and it can seem much more dramatic. And like Tony was talking about earlier, the right time of day, having nice light makes a difference.
Yeah, you'll want the light source to be behind you. So have the sun behind you illuminating the subject. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you'll
you'll
get
be in the
reflection.
reflection.
No
Unless you
polarizing
want,
filter.
yeah, so there's two. This picture's nice. I just upped the whites a bit because it was looking a bit muddy. And this just gives it like a crisp look. Anything else, Siobhan, or did you say that was the last one?
No, I have a couple more, but Timber Geeks, I'm going to do a call out instead of a shout out for him. He said, my mom said she'd visit weeks ago and then blew me off, so no shout out.
Well, that's what you get, Mom.
Dang.
I mean, if you say you're going to visit your kid, it's kind of rude to blow them off. So no shout out for you.
I bet she's feeling some pain now.
Yeah. So take that and you sleep on that and you live with it. This is beautiful. We've seen this a few times tonight. Every time we
Decided
made this,
to go back to the beginning.
every time we made this picture go away, Adam must have been like, "Oh, just look at
Adam,
it.
it's
It
a
is
great
beautiful."
picture. Yeah, it is just a beautiful scene.
I like the
and
colors.
reflection really helps.
I love this scene.
Very similar.
You know what we
to
should have
Alberta.
shown today, Justin? Remember last week when that guy said, "I love the new lighting," and I said, "I love you," and then he made the hilarious
Oh,
video.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We have to dig that up so that people can see it. That really made us all laugh.
One thing both these pictures would benefit from is just like one extra thing. I mean, this picture maybe doesn't need it, but I feel like this picture could, if there was something in the water, it might make it a little more compelling.
I like this
As it
picture
is,
a
we
lot.
have this kind of stuff at the foreground, which is definitely distracting me a little
Oh,
bit.
I like the stuff at the foreground.
Really? Like,
Leaves, some chicken
Trash.
wire,
looks like that's a knife.
an old
I
knife for killing. Cool. This again. Wait.
I already
Don't
looked at this one.
don't blow out the highlights of your subject.
Yeah, it can be tough. Often with white subjects, you have to add negative exposure compensation.
This is you reflecting you.
Yeah, I would just have a little more like an element of storytelling to it. He's just kind of standing there with his hands in his pockets, and if you were doing something,
What if he had that killing knife from the last picture?
yeah, that would be some storytelling. This picture is a good idea, but it's all just very like gray and mid-tony, right?
Yeah, there's nothing
And
really
there's no
reflecting.
focal point to it. The eye wanders, and then you see like a bench.
Oh, that's an interesting reflection. The background is really distracting, though. You could pull the car away from the background in theory, assuming there's not something behind you. Then you might not get the same reflections.
Yeah, I like the reflections. These are powerful reflections, but yeah, this background is really distracting.
Alien or Sutton. We know this person.
What you might do is try shooting at this spot at night, and maybe the background wouldn't be lit, but I see that this seems to have some lights in the building. Maybe those lights would still exist.
Or he can make the background cool.
What is
Oh,
a mirror house in the
mirror
desert? Oh,
house.
that's cool. I would love to see something like that.
That sounds like a good way to start a fire.
Okay, I'll give you a pick.
Were you thinking the same thing, Justin?
No, I just thought that was funny though.
Because sometimes we worry about the same things, like fake eclipse glasses and wayward sea monsters.
You know, it used to be a big thing when I was a kid was kaleidoscopes.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all ever have to deal with kaleidoscopes, or was,
Did we have to deal with it? I've had to deal with
mean-
my share.
does that seem? I feel like you might have had more entertainment in your childhood, so kaleidoscopes just wouldn't have compared.
No, I had that stick with the hoop and you hit
Uh-huh.
it, and then also cans that I kicked,
Yeah, you play
and then
Kick the
kaleidoscopes
can.
as well.
Andre. Very kaleidoscopy.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
It's a good selfie.
Oh, that's somebody give that a pick.
Andy should. Yeah, I like that a lot. I don't. What's the story?
Just really narcissistic guy.
Saw that one. Saw that one.
Luxembourg Gardens.
Yeah, I think the reflection here helps, but
Okay.
no particular focal point.
I like that.
Maybe some. Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that.
think if this is the subject, then I'd make it right side up.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Old and new.
I like this. It's kind of a classic
That's cool.
composition, but I'll give you a pick. And Brendan, there's a lot going on besides the main subject. Like in particular, these grasses in the foreground are a little bit distracting. So a tighter crop, a tighter zoom could do a lot to benefit this. Yeah, and the lighting itself is pretty flat too, so more interesting lighting, better time of day. Check chapter 9 in Stunning Digital Photography. Lots of tips for landscape shots.
There are tips on that.
All right, some light painting here. Got some steel wool. I guess I wish that either the steel wool were a larger, more prominent part of the photo, or the rest of the background itself was more compelling. But as it is, most of the frame is just kind of like darkness that we don't see any interest in.
It is cool though. Look at this guy.
I like this one a lot. This feels like
I'm gonna give this
street
a
photo,
pick.
but integrated around the
Yeah, the
reflection.
reflections.
And that's a great idea if you're taking street photos. Just find
Like,
this spot
they
and just
looked
keep
for
shooting.
a background and then they waited until an interesting feller
Yeah.
walked into it. This is beautiful. I love that you have the stars reflected in there. Good job. Pick.
Yeah. Just watch that fringing. stp.io/fringing.
Oh my gosh. Then Kate.
Same with this one. Watch the fringing.
Beautiful. Also a pick.
Yeah, that one definitely deserves a pick. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture.
A lot of reflections.
I like this one too. I like shooting streets in the rain at night or after the rain because it's just so much more compelling. So I give that one a pick too. Good shot, Cameron. Wow. Man, we just can't get skies like that anywhere near here.
I'm going to bump up these
You
colors.
pretty much have
'cause
to
I'm
get on a
dramatic.
plane.
Pick.
Yeah, you get a pick
Let's
too.
go there.
I bet that was a cold night. That's a great shot. I can't say I would necessarily notice the reflection if I
Weren't
wasn't
looking
for it, but I think it's overall a great shot. Good look
Yeah.
of determination.
Pick. All right. Do you want to look at Chit Chat?
Okay, we'll do chit chat.
This is a beautiful picture.
Yeah, that is gorgeous, right? I've always wanted to go and shoot one of these balloon things.
Balloons.
They do one in Binghamton,
Yeah, let's do it.
but it requires going to Binghamton. So
What's wrong with that?
you've been to Binghamton.
Kids these days are spoiled.
Sorry, everyone in Binghamton. That's where I'm from.
Cheated
That's
my
where my
dad.
family's from. So it's okay for me to badmouth it because I'm like a Binghamtoner.
Binghamtoner.
SATA, ROFL, moron. Serial ATA or SATA. It's not spelled out, bud.
Damn.
Okay, so this was a computer thing. And I don't know, sometimes when I just, if the first 100 times I see a word is reading, my brain will just make up a pronunciation. If I talk to somebody, if somebody had talked to me about SATA before I read it, I probably would have stored it in my brain as SATA instead of SATA.
Yeah.
But I read it as SATA and I said it as SATA. But I don't think that is hilarious enough to make you raffle.
He rolled on the floor laughing.
Nor do I think that qualifies me as a moron.
Clearly you're a moron if you read.
People really take these like minor mispronunciations to an extreme. Another one, a schooner is a boat, you idiot.
That's a quote from the movie Mallrats.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
Yeah, the guy was like, that's a sailboat. He was like, it's a schooner. And the guy was like, that's a sailboat. And he goes, a schooner is a sailboat, idiot.
Okay, so I guess I just pulled out two random people calling me an idiot, but that one was making a joke. But people do regularly call us idiot for things where I feel like it's not warranted. Like that's not something that qualifies me as an idiot in and of itself.
Being an educator, people are always looking for a way to make their own type of intelligence the one that's more superior, and then they're always looking for some minor weakness in everyone else to prove that they're an idiot. I see that on like every comments thread of news articles where everyone's just like, no, you're an idiot. Aha, your punctuation's wrong. Now you're the idiot. It's
That is
like,
definitely what the grammar snobs do. Yeah, like is that really the most important thing?
it is if you're good at that. David said, dang, that margarita or whatever, the cocktail be influencing Chelsea. LOL. I am influenced by margaritas.
Yeah, tequila is the liquor that influences you the most strongly, I think. I often try to get tequila in you.
You do. You like that I make bad decisions on tequila. I'm like, 2 margaritas? That doesn't seem right. Just drink, my darling. Siobhan?
Looks like a younger version of Tina Fey.
I threw that one in there for you,
I feel like
Siobhan.
she's heard that a few
'Cause
times
You
before.
get that a lot. It's a good comparison. She's a great lady.
I'll take it.
Wow, I'm in shock. No words. Oh, we did this one last week.
Oh, did we? All right, forget. That's another example of hyperbole, though. Chill, people.
And she'll
right.
be like Tony.
It's weird without like more sponsors, right? Breaks the show up a little bit. What do we
Honestly, I miss
just keep
Squarespace.
looking at? Reflections. Okay, here we go.
Fungus on lens. Cool effect.
Oh, I guess it's giving it that hazy look. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about using like a vintage lens. You can
Yeah.
kind of get that vintage
That
look, and I like this
fungus
shot a
look.
lot. This is a perfect kind of. This is a shot you'd get as a wedding photographer if you were shooting the getting ready process.
Yeah, I would probably just crop some of the stuff out of the background
Yeah,
because
I
it's
agree. Or go to
not
black and white
pretty.
or something.
Da-da-da-da. Oh my gosh, I look good.
Cute.
That's her I look good face. I can just tell. That is really cute.
Face
Okay.
painting's a funny thing.
It's weird.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Dennis,
I think I'd probably
I would chill. Do you
chill
see,
out
I
on
see
the
something
processing.
happening here, and I
Yeah.
want to talk to you about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is happening because you were lowering the exposure, like maybe put a graduated filter on and lowered the exposure to expose the background properly. And that's really difficult to do if you have trees on the horizon. So just be careful of that.
sdp.io/fringe. I'm going to kind of skip through to find shots that
Oh.
jump out, and then I will re-import. That's a really nice mood. I like the fog. You had a fog plan?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
I like black and white for that.
I'm gonna actually, I changed my mind. I would go with weird colors. I would go crazy. Gary, checking out those birds, eh? These two again.
Oh, look. Okay, they got the focal point. That's what I've been looking for. We've seen so many reflections pictures. They hung out. They found a nice spot, and then they just waited, or they hired a couple of models to get in.
Yeah, they hired them. They were like,
Okay.
"Hey, can you two act like a couple on the lake?"
Is this the same mirror
The
house?
desert house again? Just not safe.
The
People
heck?
combust every year at that place.
I don't even see a reflection in there.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, it's so symmetrical though.
No.
You need a gondola.
No, you don't.
No.
This is right. This is right. You are
7-minute exposure.
Pick. Jim.
That's beautiful too.
my
Jim, this
friend
is
Jim.
yeah, this building is interesting enough
Pick.
that I think it carries
Pick.
itself well.
It
Yeah,
carries itself.
it carries the photo.
And they never saw this boy again. Lost in the forest. Wait, I like it. I like how the reflection frames the subject. I'm going to give it a pick. This is gorgeous.
Beautiful picture. Janine.
Also giving this a pick.
Yeah, I love the
Janine.
mood in this. That's really nice. Long exposure, 30 seconds. Let's take him with his phone.
Dang. You're
Awesome
breaking
shot.
all the
Okay,
odds.
you get a pick.
Siobhan,
got
any
lots of picks
questions,
today.
comments? You see that small beak
Ooh,
bird?
look at the moon. You get a pick.
Dang, moon. I
got a
walked on
money
your
comment.
face. Money comment.
Jacob Miller paid us $5 and said, "Has anyone used Dark Sky Finder? If I'm in a blue area surrounded by green, will that be dark enough for Milky Way?"
I haven't used that app specifically, but there's a website that tells you where the dark skies are, and I know I'm not anywhere near
You can look it
anyone
up.
in particular. Sometimes we can see the Milky Way from here, so I would say you can probably see the Milky Way, but the clearer it is, the more stars you're going to see,
Mm.
and the more they'll pop.
Anything
Awesome
else,
shot from
Siobhan?
Jerry, right? Good shot, Jerry.
Yeah, good job, Jerry.
This comment made me laugh. "I know Tony and Chelsea are closer in age than Tony's hair suggests, but there's times when he'll say something that makes it sound like there's a huge age gap. Hashtag kaleidoscope."
No, the age difference isn't that much, but we definitely joke about it. We
Yeah, and
play into it.
I'll say there's also, like, I grew up
Poor in
fairly
Texas.
poor in Texas, so I didn't have things that other people from my era had. Like, I didn't have cable TV
Yeah.
or even color TV and stuff. So things like me being fascinated with the kaleidoscope is also maybe a
You were
social
also
status
like a
thing.
very lonely only child, so you didn't have cool older siblings to show you stuff.
Yeah.
You were like, "Gee whiz, Mom, thanks for the kaleidoscope." That's how you talk.
You didn't nail the Texas accent at all.
What else, Siobhan? And Siobhan.
We just got another money comment.
Oh my gosh, Rich. I'm
Our
taking you out.
friend at Rowdy's Kitchen says,
Oh.
"I've been doing some reflecting on my soul, but haven't figured out a way to capture it yet."
Oh. Mm,
That is really deep.
that is too deep for me. I would
this made me
say,
laugh too. Sorry, continue.
I was going to say he could just turn inward and find whatever inspires him and then photograph it. Right, Siobhan?
Yes.
What else do you have?
James Beard said, has anyone heard about that skyscraper in London, the walkie-talkie, that they had to redesign as its curved reflective surface was focusing the sun and melting cars?
Yes, I heard about that.
I've seen the walkie-talkie,
No,
but I didn't know that was a problem.
No, yes, somebody told us about that while we were there. The reflection was starting fires. That's why I was concerned about the Mirage House. Thank you for being on my level, bro.
Beautiful shot, Mike. You get a pic. That's gorgeous.
That is crazy, right?
Gorgeous.
I knew an old guy once, and he had the sunroom off the front of his house, and he would read his daily paper there, but he was blind, so he had this gigantic magnifying glass. And I went in to bring him food one day, and it was just burning a hole in his table. And I kept trying to explain to him, like, you're gonna die this way. And he would not let me take it. He wouldn't. So anyway, be careful of that. He's dead now.
Burned to death.
Burned up. He didn't really burn to death.
I'm really skipping through
So
looking
dark.
for that like reflection picture that catches my eye because we have a lot to go through today.
Oh my God, Tony, look at his kitchen.
Okay, you get a pic because look at that.
Because
handsome
we're
guy.
narcissists.
I don't know what to say.
Oh my gosh, they think that they're little posts. I give this a pic. Wait. Oh. I mean, the reflections aren't the subject, but you got me. It's so good.
Yeah, I like the shot too.
You tricked me. Oh, this is old timey. I'll give this a pic. Oh, wow. What did you do? That's very cool. I'm going to give this a pic as
I
well.
think they use
The
reflections
processing
to-
is really good. I like the way you used reflections. There's something surreal about it. A stingray,
All right.
Tony.
You get a pic.
But
for
the
stingray.
reflection isn't the subject, but it's still a nice car picture.
But what is that? Like a dog leg in the upper right corner? Just hang out until the dog moves his leg out of the way.
No
I mean,
time. That'd be easy to shop out.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, Bjorka Burka, bro.
Yeah, it's classic Bjorka Burke, bro. Tulips in a
Someone
puddle.
was so
This is
kind
like a
enough to
sad
send
country song.
tulips
like
in a puddle.
A
Tulips
Winona song.
in a puddle.
Yeah.
We're so ridiculous, Tony. Javier. That's one of my favorite names. Let's look at his picture.
Okay.
It could be more reflection-y.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't provided a lot of constructive
No.
criticism
Well,
today.
you know what? We have to go have tequila. There's
There's
no
not a
reflection in this.
here.
But good try. This one either. Come on, guys.
Okay,
Don't play me like this.
very good. This is a powerful reflection.
This is a powerful photo, especially when you're following the non-reflective goose. It's a swan. Dang it. Wow, these people know how to live. Do you see all those lights? This is in Philadelphia, Siobhan. That's where you live.
Boathouse Row. Yeah, that's actually a really
it's
beautiful
lovely.
scene.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm gonna
get a
pick.
pic, Darian.
Come to the city sometime, and I'll show you Boathouse Row.
We have to come back. Go
Mhm.
back. Jim Burke, Media City. Ah,
Oh, is that in Tokyo? That weird little island off of Tokyo?
don't
Probably not.
think so.
It says
It's all in
Media
English.
City, UK, so it's probably in the UK. Just going on a limb.
Oh, wow.
Again, we've seen a lot of shots like this, and I feel like what they all need is a focal point or something extra.
Those
we have
people
seen
on
a
the
few
boat.
shots where right,
We
and
could-
that's what takes it to the next level. And that's kind of why we're skipping through so many pictures, is because there's so many pictures where it's just some nice scene or a bird or something where there is
Ooh,
a reflection.
This is cool.
This one really stands out.
See, you have you have the reflection of her legs framing the reflection of the person behind her, and then also showing the scene. They're in a big city with skyscrapers. There's a lot of storytelling going on in the reflection. The reflection isn't just there. The reflection is an important part of the photo.
And how did they get that? They found the cool reflection, and then they just camped out and they waited. They took a lot of shots. They focused ahead of time. They picked the shutter speed that would show a little bit of motion. That little bit of motion means that the reflection's sharper than the people who aren't reflected, and that draws your eye to the reflection. Just talking about why it's a good picture so other people can kind of like learn from it.
Yeah, I'm sure he gave a shout out to his mom as well. This is beautiful, Robert.
Yeah, I wonder how he got that so nicely lit. I might crop it a little different.
I thought you might. Raymond? Yeah.
It's a nice scene. I feel like the foreground with all the kind of weeds takes away from... But the lighting on the hill is really nice.
That's cool. Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of haunting too. I think...
It is haunting.
You know, I wanted to say shift over to the right a little bit so that the body here was in front of the more brightly lit road just to give some contrast, but then that would have killed the reflection. So I think, yeah, that one's worthy of a pick.
You want to pick?
Yeah, it's a really nice shot.
Where do these picks end up, people often ask. Nowhere. In our hearts.
We sell them.
We do.
For a lot of money. It's a nice shot, but the sky is just kind of black.
Yeah.
There's no
but I
particular
do like that
point.
the reflection is very soft.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. This bubble knows everything.
Yeah.
I would crop
want to
it.
get rid of that rope, yeah.
But I can't.
Why?
Siobhan, do you have any other questions or comments?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
I've never seen clouds that cool. That is awesome.
I
Just
have.
reading
But then again,
out
I've
like that.
lived. Yeah.
Oh, you've seen them that cool.
Yeah.
All right. But again, hang out there and get somebody rowing their boat past. You're in Venice, for God's sakes.
You. Siobhan, do you have any questions?
Yes, there's a money question battle happening.
Oh, that sounds great.
Dang, my favorite kind of battle.
Danny Castro paid $5 to say, "Hey, Tony, put on a Yankee hat and I'll love you more, LOL." And then Tom Papa paid $5 to keep it Boston, 100%.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm going to go with the Boston one because I already have that hat. Also, I have no relationship with the Yankees other than, I mean, I lived in Boston for like 15 years, so of
But
course
you
I
lived in
have
New
to
York
hate the Yankees.
for 3 months.
Maybe a little more than that, but yeah, I actually, I mean, my family's from Binghamton and they always followed the Mets, so I have a little bit of a relationship with the Mets, but Yankees, not so much. Sorry, Yankees fans. I don't care that much about anything.
I'm
really.
indifferent. What else, Siobhan? Ooh, that's cool.
Benjamin asks, getting into motion-controlled time lapses,
Pick.
other than trial and error, any recommendations on how to properly compose and expose for a shot that will happen hours later?
The exposure is really tough, especially when you're shifting the perspective because you might go from, something that's in shade to shooting directly into the sun. So shoot raw, of course. I will often nowadays use auto exposure with my time lapses. I know a lot of time lapse people won't do that, but I find I get good results with it, especially with raw files. And then if you process it through LR time lapse, so Google LR time lapse, it'll smooth everything out for you. So I guess that's what I'm going to say is auto exposure, raw, LR time lapse, and you should be pretty good. I mean, as far as the composition goes, just work from, the entire motion of it and make sure that you're happy with where the composition starts and ends. But I think the final composition is more important than where you start. So make sure that you really nail it at the end of the movement.
I just want to say I love this picture.
It felt so kind of uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, that's why I like it. What else, Siobhan?
I want to ask this question because I think you could have interesting answers. Suggestions for a photography-themed tattoo.
Me. What's your suggestion?
Well, Siobhan, I feel like you're the expert here. I mean, look at, you have tattoos and none of us have
Yeah, but I
any...
don't want to hear my answers. I want to hear your answers.
I don't know what to say, but like, A camera? What else? Or one of the, like, I always thought the aperture mechanism was really cool. You know how the different blades slide together?
It's been done. But
Well, what's your suggestion
mine
then,
was me.
Smart Alec?
Mine was me.
Get a picture, tattoo a picture of Chelsea. That's been done too, oddly enough.
Yeah. Someone has my face tattooed on them.
Yeah, somebody sent us a picture of a tattoo somebody done. It was like definitely Chelsea.
I think that the tattoo artist just looked up like a stock photo to get inspiration and came across one of my pictures, not realizing that I like maybe someone might know me.
Yeah.
And then I contacted him and I was like, why are you making my face on people? And he was like, that's not you.
It's so you. Like the head position was the same and you have a distinct look. It's not a common look.
She even had a bump in her nose. Who would ever like choose to put that in? It's like, okay. If I meet that person, it's going to be weird.
Okay, Siobhan, will you tell us the right answer for the
what's the
photography
right answer?
tattoo?
It's me.
There's no right answer. You cannot ask random people for tattoo suggestions. That's how you end up with infinity symbols and bad anchors.
Yeah.
You have to just find something that's meaningful to you, take it to an artist that you trust, and have them make it their own.
I agree with Siobhan. I think it should be an infinity symbol. Like infinity focusing.
But in Chinese.
In Chinese.
You know what I wanted to look up real quick was the original Canon logo because, I don't know, maybe you're not a Canon guy, but I always thought the original Canon logo was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think this would be a good tattoo?
Quanon.
Yeah.
People would be like, whoa.
Get that tattoo.
A lotus?
And then send us a picture of it because I'd like to see.
I saw in one of our photography groups, a guy got a little tiny camera on his shutter finger. Bow.
On his finger? Like
Finger was not where I thought you were going with that sentence.
No. Yeah, it is. Okay. Right here. You guys can go look. It was pretty cute.
Okay. This worries me because I know there have been lots of cases where somebody tried to take their car slightly into the water and then it sinks into the sand and then they just lose their car. Or maybe I'm thinking of
Quicksand?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Remember how he lost his Land Rover that way?
No. So many people
It's the
died
show with
that
Danny
way.
DeVito.
I know.
I know,
know
you
everything Danny did.
I've just seen so many reflections today. I'm a little delirious.
Me too. I'm just like reflecting on my life. Remember that time when I wanted Chelsea Lipp to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and I would be Danny DeVito and we would be twins for Halloween?
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Seems like it's going to be a big hit.
She wasn't really feeling it.
I like Grumpy Cat. That's a cute picture.
That's cute. She's like, who's this? What am I looking at? Oh, nothing. Aw, they're cute.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, the puddle. I would brighten it up if I could.
Yeah, and I think you should have just waited there longer
Yeah.
for something more interesting to happen.
Nice.
Somebody more prominent to walk right across the puddle.
Interesting reflections. I like
It's a
that.
pretty scene.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, this one's
It's also really pretty.
good.
Wait, we've seen that one, right? That's in
No.
Austria? No, I don't know. Who cares?
Why do we try to guess where things are? Oh, you did something.
That's cool.
I'm gonna be picked. Justin, do you have any questions personally for me?
Let me just think about that for a second. I'll get back to you.
Okay, like whatever you want to know, I'm here for you. I have
Something
a
about
question for
IRAs
you. Can
or-
I try your whiskey?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Oh yeah, Tony, somebody asked what you were drinking today.
Oh, it's Jameson 12-year-old whiskey.
Roderick gave that to you.
Thanks, Roderick.
Roderick?
Oh, I didn't tell you guys that my dad and his downstairs neighbor drank my entire bottle of whiskey that I left at their house after you guys gave it to me.
That's like $100 bottle of whiskey.
I know.
Are they buying you a new one?
No, they can't afford to buy a
didn't have to.
nice whiskey.
Huh?
I told him he didn't have to.
How does that just happen?
I don't know. I thought it was safe. I didn't think my dad drank good liquor.
He probably just has never had good liquor.
Steven,
Now he has expensive taste, though.
we're going to go over there. He's going to have an ascot. It's going to be like, welcome to my tasting room. That's really rough. First, we have some for you still. You can have what's left of your bottle, unless Justin, did you drink Siobhan's liquor?
No,
I
had a little
you
bit.
guys.
This is the
you
only
guys
bottle
saved
of
the whole
Jameson we
one for
have,
me.
so I must be drinking Siobhan's liquor.
Yeah, Siobhan, you really got left out.
This is a cool shot. I'm going to give this one a pick. I like the skyline.
When we go to Photo Plus, I'll buy you a ton of
Spot
liquor,
color,
okay?
But
I got a free drink coupon, Siobhan.
Chelsea didn't notice that I gave Spot Color a pick.
Well, you're a monster and I can't be bothered with that.
I want the boat to be more prominent here, so just pull up your pants and paddle on out to that boat. Speaking British, paddle means waiting, we learned. Also, I found out that British people have it.
Don't say it.
Okay. Reflections are a distraction in this particular image. It's like we just see the photographer in there. I'm going to tell you the T-Vex story, Justin.
I knew exactly where you were going. I'm like, just don't. This, please. Ooh.
I like this shot a
But
lot.
not
like
a
the
lot of
processing
reflections,
on
but I
it.
do like it.
But yeah, it's a good shot. Yeah, here
But-
again, I gotta use the boat as a focal point. Get up
Use the boat.
nice and close to it.
Wait, what? What happened here?
It's a glitch in the matrix. What did happen there? Panorama error, I bet.
Oh. Nuts, seeds, and chocolate. What's his finger doing? Oh, peace sign. Okay. I like that.
That's really pretty.
Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Ooh.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that
this
one a lot. The light here really makes it. And the fact that he's so nicely framed in the light.
I want to put
as-
it in
as
black
well as
and
the
white to
skeletons.
see if it. But
What? This is not our fault. We know how to use Lightroom.
but that's not what the people will say.
But can't you? I think there's. Yeah, I think we can do this.
But I think it changes it on the other picture. Yeah, it doesn't. It will change it on the other picture now. Look.
Oh, right. No, you're right. You're right.
I know.
My bad.
So reflections. You guys did it.
We did see a lot of reflections today.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, I was hoping for a more creative interpretation of reflections. Like people would take that as a theme and go out and make a picture, a powerful picture that used a reflection rather than, I think people kind of went through their library and said, this picture has a reflection in it.
Yeah, I
This
don't
shot's
like when you guys
amazing.
do that.
I'm going to
That
give
shot
this
is
a pick, but you
beautiful.
have to clean up the sensor dust and maybe crop in from the bottom to get rid of the kind of weird heads or hair or
I'm gonna give
whatever
this a
is down there.
pick. Yeah.
But that particular picture has great
Oh, this is
potential.
cool.
It needs a little processing.
I see cool reflections in there. Yeah. I gotcha. Oh,
So much like my rose picture. Better though. Yep.
Siobhan, before we go, do you have any more questions or comments or shout outs
I
to
do.
moms?
Everyone wants to know what Tony was going to say about the British.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's not actually the British. We just have a very sweet friend that accidentally said something. I used a rude term, slang, not realizing it innocently. And
It's a term that would mean nothing to a British person, but if you're like an old American, it probably made you laugh a lot.
but it was extra funny because she's like the smartest, sweetest person we know. and
Yeah,
she's
it was
just,
something she would never have said.
that's beautiful, that picture.
Yeah, this shot is gorgeous. I shouldn't skip past it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the fog and like a gas
What?
lamp on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one definitely gets 5 stars and a pick. I want to level the
Yeah.
horizon, but it's
We can't.
stellar.
We're restricted.
Fantastic shot.
Anything
Make
else,
a huge
Siobhan?
print. gorgeous.
Yes, we have 2 more money comments.
Bird.
James Beard gave us 10 pounds and said, no question, Siobhan. I just wanted to register my thanks for all the stuff you guys do. I particularly enjoy the live show where the whole team is together with us all for an hour.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
sweet. Thank you, James.
Awesome. Thank you, James.
And then Danny
Good
Castro
percentages.
gave us $5 and said, okay, Chelsea, my Puerto Rican sister, how about you put on a Yankee hat to offset Tony? LOL.
Guys, I just found out that Neil deGrasse Tyson is half Puerto Rican, and it literally almost made me cry. I'm so happy.
He's got to represent, though. He doesn't really ever talk about it.
He doesn't, but you know what's sad? I looked it up, and like people on Reddit, the comments were like, "Look out, he's gonna steal your hubcaps." And I was sad.
People
again.
talk about it, and then they just make racial stereotypes about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I said that to you.
I've known lots of Puerto Ricans. I've never known anybody who steals, and I've known lots of non-Puerto Ricans who do steal. I don't know where that stupid stereotype
It's so
comes
dumb.
from.
Like growing up, I never knew any Puerto Ricans that stole, but I knew white people that did that thing where they always stole mugs from diners. But I never developed the stereotype white people steal mugs from diners.
I got a
just thought-
stereotype about Puerto Ricans for you. Puerto Ricans want you to eat a lot of rice and beans, a lot,
Okay,
more
now
than you can feel, more than would feel comfortable to you.
they are very generous with
Puerto Ricans don't pronounce the S at the end of Spanish words. Like they say gracia instead of gracias.
my Puerto Rican family. That's certainly
No, that's
true.
pretty common.
Yeah,
Those are some acceptable stereotypes.
but Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, we're also very good at science, as proven by me and Neil. So there you have it.
You have Arecibo down
We do
there.
have Arecibo. I think it's closed. Actually.
Oh, really? They're not using Arecibo
I
anymore.
don't think so.
It's in major like disrepair.
Yeah, it's in-
They still might use it, but
It's in bad shape.
yeah, yeah.
It's because all the hubcaps are gone.
No, I'm not going to accept that those jokes even happen. You can joke
I don't
about.
feel like Arecibo has hubcaps. I don't know how they work, really.
That's a reflection.
I like that. You can see the plane in it. Hop, hop. I'm sorry we're not giving that much feedback. I
This
just feel
one's
like
beautiful.
all the
It is-
pictures are so very similar that my feedback would be the same. Like generally, it's really could
one's
use
cool.
a focal point.
I like
You
that
know,
one.
Just about everything we've seen is nice. It just needs some level of pop.
We're going to try this theme
Subjects
again.
in the foreground.
So if you're feeling inspired, go out and get more reflection pictures because I'll do this again in like 4 weeks or something so you have time. This one's very cool.
Yeah, this is a great shot. It's inverted. Of course, they took it the other way around, but the reflection was upside down, so they made it correct.
Wow.
This is another thing where they added some weird blur to it.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know why
added
did that,
something, but it looks neat.
somebody walking through the scene would look awesome.
Like someone doing a flip.
Doing a flip.
Yeah. Siobhan, it's almost time to go.
down
Do you
the
have any
process
last
now.
questions?
Yes, you caught me mid-drink. Tony, do you ever go anywhere without a camera? No, because we have smartphones.
I was going to say, I often don't pack a camera because I think, oh, my smartphone will do it if I need one. But I pretty constantly, like, especially people in the area, if we go to a restaurant, people will think I'm a tourist because I'm walking around with a big, huge camera.
Where are you from?
Yeah, where are y'all
Where are
from?
y'all from?
No, I'm just here. I just always have a
No.
camera with me.
I'm just a 24/7 nerd.
But yeah, I don't always have a camera on my shoulder.
Anything else?
Sure. Have you ever hurt yourself while taking pictures? I have a scar on my leg from falling off a log trying to get photos of egrets.
I'm going to
Yeah,
pass
so
this one
many
to
times.
Tony.
Can I just say proper footwear is key in photography because I tend to, the whole summer, I just wear flip-flops. And then I don't think about it. And then we'll go for wildlife and I'll wear flip-flops. And I remember one time I was climbing out of a swampy area where I was chasing birds and my flip-flop just stayed in the swamp and my foot came out of it and I just totally tripped and I broke my camera in half and I also like scraped my whole leg up and stuff. And just Sunday I was out with my friend Mike and wearing my stupid flip-flops again and walking through grass, taking some pictures and just hit my foot against something that was in the grass.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
missing
see.
a part of your foot.
Yeah, I took off a bit of my toe.
But then you don't learn because we went at midnight to take pictures of a waterfall and do star trails. And
Stupid
he
flip
wore
flops.
slides and we were walking down really steep rocks. And I was like, no,
Devil's Hop Yard, if
follow
you know where that
me,
is.
my love. You're going to die. You didn't. You didn't die.
I feel like I've been injured way worse in photography. I almost died when we were at
Oh, Sarah Gordo.
Sarah Gordo.
Yeah, that's another
It was
time you
really
almost fell.
pretty close to death because I went really high up this. It's an abandoned mine. You can watch Wanderlust and you'll see me tell the story. But that was one of the times I was pretty close to death. I feel like I didn't actually injure myself, but
I was just talking to Justin about this the other day. I always feel like the nag wife because I'll be like, "Where's Tony? Why did you guys leave him alone?" Because I know that you'll be like, "An abandoned mine. I will go in there." You are just too brave. You're brave to coordination levels are off. Like you're
Yeah.
more brave than coordinated. And I'm not brave. So you'll pull me into those sticky situations sometimes.
I feel like I'm due an injury with drones.
Don't
Like
say that.
something's gonna fly into me at some point.
Please don't say that.
I'm gonna be looking down on the screen trying to get a shot, and I'm just gonna be like slowly panning right into my head.
Yeah, that could probably happen.
This is a beautiful scene here, Garitno Twee. Beautiful shot. I love that you can see the stars in the reflection.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It really, if the main theme is just a reflection, it needs to
My
be a
heart.
really powerful scene
My
with
heart.
lots of contrast. Just
I
as
got
if this is
diabetes.
this is an interesting line, but I don't really know much of what's going on. And this is a beautiful scene too, and I think it's more powerful with the reflection than without, but at the same time, it's a building in nice light.
Yeah, the light's nice. Ooh, a mood pick.
Yeah, so a little bit of mood there really helps. This, I mean, it's a reflection, but there's nothing that really compels me about the photo. We have the kind of people up here, which are a bit of a distraction, and then most of this is just kind of grass.
Interesting.
Literally the reflecting pool. Here, I think the colors are so beautiful that I'm going to give it a pick. And it's actually hard to get this reflecting pool that's still because a little bit of wind will make ripples in it. So you did a good timing on that one. Oh, this is great. See, the fog here just really helps. This is what I'm talking about. It's something that needs to take it to the next level. So it's not just ordinary, like midday landscape photo where something's reflecting
Yeah.
in the water. It takes
It
it to the
separates
next level.
that row
Yeah.
of trees from the background.
Great shot, Cliff. You got to pick.
Well, thank you, Siobhan and Justin, for helping us out today. Justin, you didn't have any questions for me? That's okay.
No, I kept trying to think of something funny or clever, and I got nothing.
It could have just been sincere. Siobhan,
I'm so
any
cool. It's
last
really-
questions?
Nah.
Nah.
All right.
Tony, questions for Justin or Siobhan?
How y'all so cool? This shot's amazing, right?
Yeah,
I'm so
that's-
glad I
that's
got to
pretty
this
cool.
one. Jeff, that's a fantastic shot.
What is that?
Well, I think it's just,
A ping pong ball and a reflected light globe
yeah,
or something? Right?
exactly. But just the way that he aligned them, this is like a big light source, and this is just a ping pong on some sort of mirror.
Cool.
But it's awesome, right?
Jeff Bateman, that's
Yeah,
clever.
that might be my favorite shot of the night. Dang, that's a lot.
Whoa. What is happening? This is the future. Is this real? Is this a real place?
This is from Tron.
Yeah, it looks like Tomorrowland. Star Tours, I called it.
It's Tomorrowland?
It is
Yes, it
Tomorrowland.
is, Yes.
I want to live there.
Justin was pretty proud of himself on that one.
Justin!
Saw him high five himself.
All right. I'm calling it.
Okay, let's get out of here. This episode was brought to you by us, so please, you can buy our stuff to support us.
do it.
sdp.io/store is our own store. We ship worldwide and get all our books and a t-shirt there, or you can go to sdp.io/s to pick up our book from Amazon, your local Amazon. Thanks for joining us every Thursday at 5 o'clock. We'll see you next week where the theme is food photos.
Food. Real love hate
Thanks.
with that theme. I like it, but it makes me hungry.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Siobhan, thanks
That
for
is
joining
all.
us. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday.
I know.
Yeah.